Hey Islam, how are you? Yeah, I'm a road warrior. I sure am. Oh, I was going to go to Athens today, but they have a parade up there. I want to avoid that like the plague. I think I'll get a coffee, just party a little bit. Cold Medina. I got down to 32 last night, I think. Close to it. See, one person won that uh, Mega Million. Hey, Sharon, how are you? You're an early riser, aren't you? Hey, Pug, how you doing? I gotta hit that road like a road warrior. I must hit the road, the striped yellow line. I must show my viewers Georgia. Sharon, you partied, quit partying last night, didn't you? Pretty early, California time. The Crips and the Bloods. Did you see the Crips and the Bloods last night? Oh, you fell asleep. Oh, you're tired. That's all right. You got to deal with the Crips and the Bloods. Yeah, just chill out. It's party time. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna party time. Hit that potty. Hit that potty button. You know, Sharon, I had a friend of mine's daughter. They just bought a condo there in Oakland, like 800 square feet, like 400 grand. No, 600 grand, 650 grand, 650 grand. It already went up 100,000 a year. It's party time. Blue skies, nothing but blue skies. Blue sky, Sharon. Hey, DT. Yeah, we had a good time last night. Sure did. Yeah, thanks for coming on. It was fun. No, I know it's full of crime. I know. I want to become a Crip when I come out there. Show our solidarity. Blue skies. Yeah, I know, it drives me nuts. Isn't that crazy, Sharon? People pay that for property? I know. Blue skies. You guys can think of some topics you'd want to discuss. You let me know. Now I got that stream here. I forgot. You know, to be honest with you, I couldn't even remember the name of the damn thing. I had to email Mary and ask her what the name was. And then I got a password sent, and here I am. Bam. This party. Bring back the old days. I couldn't believe that it worked as well as it did with my bad stream. It's crazy, man. We're bringing back the old days day by day. Blue skies. Kermit. Perseverate on things like I do. Yeah, we did talk about it. Yeah, we talked about it. It's hard to keep on track with a channel. Blue skies. It is blue skies. There's some logic to it. You know, I used to get a lot of buffering right here. This is a better phone in a lot of ways. Blue skies. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'm gonna get a latte coffee, and then I don't know. I was gonna go to Athens, but they're having a parade for that National Football Championship. And that's the last place I want to be. Stuck in a parade I don't care about. Yeah. Blue skies. We don't have any local coffee shops. Can you believe it? It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, nice dog. Daisy wanted to go badly. Good little traveling dog. Hey, how's the quality of the image right now? Is it good? Yeah, we talked about it. Did you drink too much, Carolyn? Oh, it's very clear. Good, good. That's what I want to hear. Clearer the better. Mark was a good co-host. He fills in, asks poignant questions, quips, comments, jokes, knowledge, in and out of music. Keeps that fire burning. And I said, that's cool, Mark. You did your job. We had a bi-country enthusiastic response. Hey, Mary. 44 degrees. 44. Bigger is better. 44 Magnum. Blue skies. You heard that, didn't you, Mary? I think I'm going to do some photography today. Just messing around with my phone a little bit. It's going to be called The Haves and the Have-Nots. Oh, good for you, Nicole. Oh, good for you, Mary. Mary, I want to read up on that THC and its response to pain receptors without the hallucinogenic effect or the high, the buzz. I guess it's not hallucinogenic. It's, what do they call that when it isn't? Euphoric? I didn't know it helped you that much. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We rose to a level of treating it. It binds with the local receptors. Oh, psychoactive. Oh, okay. Well, then how about this then? How do you determine, or is it possible, to just have the THC in, let's say, a cream like Mary used, help regulate the pain only without any buzz at all? Is that possible? Or do you just titrate it and figure out what is good for you? Or Or what's that work? Is it one size fits all? Is it topical in the area where the pain is, and that's why it works? I'm curious about this. See, now any of the studies that I read on CBD cream were not very good without THC mixed in them. I was hard pressed to find any positive study on just CBD alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I just don't see, then if that's the case, oh, it doesn't. Then if that's the case, then why doesn't the AMA want to recognize it? They think it's all bogus. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, excuse me. Oh, gotcha. Actually, it's a medicinal effect. I mean, who in the hell isn't smoking marijuana everywhere now? I mean, these people need to get over it. They're supposedly smart. Hey, how you doing, Paul? I mean, they're worried about social stigmas. I thought the Hippocratic Oath said do no harm and to promote healing. Blue skies, Asian store. Oh, good for you. Hey, Debbie and Dave. Boy, I'll tell you, I mean, I'm glad you got up there. I'm a new. Excuse me. Taos was a little dead. You got me on Taos. You got to be there. How'd you like it, Paul? How was your experience? Hey, Debbie and Dave. Shenandoah National Park. You should go there today. Walk. Yeah, Daisy's with me. Yeah, she wanted to go bad. She always goes. I'm taking my Daisy girl. Daisy's not a morning dog. She wants to get in the car and sleep with the sun beaming on her black coat. It was fun having Jeff come on last night. Thomas. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. I love the little Daisy. She misses Marty, though. You guys got any ideas what you'd like to see today? Any want to see some empty houses, railroad tracks, junk cars? You tell me, man. We'll party. Yeah, it's a little cold. Got cold last night. Okay, Sharon. Coming right up, babe. I got you. Do 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 do. I'm gonna play do 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 da 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 da. Purple Haze to you, Paul. Tallulah College. Where's that at? Tallulah Gorge. Where is it? I was gonna go to Athens, but they have a parade for that football thing. No way. Yeah, Paul. I got you on my mind. Best wishes to your happiness pursuit. You deserve it. Oh, thank you, DT. That was to Paul. I was thinking of Jimi Hendrix. He was trying marijuana for the first time. I'm gonna send you a tie-dyed shirt. Where is Tallulah? Where is it? The trick here is going where I can do a live, you see it okay, and it's not buffering. Yeah. Purple haze going through Paul's mind. Why touch the sky? Da, 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 da. Get into it, Paul. Tallulah, how far is that from here? How far? Which way? Which way is it? Or North Georgia? Oh, way the hell up there? I will go there someday if you'd like to see it, or you come down and visit. Down, 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 down. Do 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 do. Do da da da. Da 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 da. Yeah, Sharon, I hope you don't get any of that damage net. Well, your insurance must cost you a fortune out there, Sharon. Purple haze going through. Yeah, I know about that. Isn't that something? Oh, you had me fooled. Mudslides. Yeah, I would want one of those. I don't think where Sharon's at they have that. Mudslides. Do they? I think that's further west, isn't it? Or up north? Excuse me. Why touch the sky? Da, 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 da. Paul Austin saying hi. Do 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 do. Do do do. I don't like the smell of it. It's a problem. Wish I did like it, except not living here. They bust people all day long for marijuana here, all night long. Search your car, find a bunch of other shit. It's just not good. You need to tell these people when you're smoking dope, make sure all your lights are working. Don't speed. That's my advice to you. Please don't speed. You're gonna get pulled over. Once that cop smells marijuana, it's a search. And the whole house of cards starts to fall. You're gonna go from on your way to vacation to one shitty day. All in a matter of minutes. I think my damn chat's stuck again. It happens around this area. Dang it. Oh, there it goes. Queen of random trivia. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Somebody's got to have that title. Might as well be you. I'll check for the stray dogs today. Get them some food. They're starting to get finicky on that dry food. You want the good wet stuff, $2.50 a can. I don't blame them. Do 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 do, da da do do, do 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 do, da da do do. Shut up, Frisky. You're a potato, you loser. Get out of here if you don't like it. Nobody wants you here anyway. You don't even own a phone, you pussy. Do 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 do. Paul Austin, I'll send Paul Austin after you. Yeah, I know, that's not nice to say. Fucking stream quality is awesome. These people are top-notch quality members of society. You need to go to French finishing school and specialize in one day of internet etiquette. This is how it goes. You come on, hey everybody, how you today? Oh, good. Yeah, I'm going to send you to French finishing school for the internet. Yeah, you hear that? It's crystal clear. That's what I'm going with. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Oh, you like them, Paul? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll drive. You tell. I'll get you some doozies, man. I'm gonna get some really good ones. You're gonna get these up the ass this year. I mean, I'm gonna be a madman, just like I do everything. I drive, I videotape, record it. You're gonna get driving videos. I just hope the quality's good. Yeah, man. Don't start backtracking now. Who knows? Before I send you to French finishing school for the internet. Oh, you like riding, Caroline? Old Mystique, she had a good time last night. Really got her in a good mood. Put her in a partying mood. Gave her a temporary late night social life. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Frisky said it was potato 720 or some shit. What the fuck does that mean? Jeff, wasn't that a good time partying? Except the first 30 minutes you were muted. Yeah, Mystique was good. Yeah, Smashy came right on there. Glad to know that Smashy is actually a female. What a relief. Yeah. Smashy said, yeah, you don't think I'll come on, do you? I said, no, I don't, Smashy. Hey, Ray. I don't think you got the balls. Well, actually, I'm kind of worried that you got a pair of balls, but geez, I would like you to come on. Sure enough, bam. A real female. Smashy. Smashy's work now. It's a waitress. Really put a smile on my face. I thought, Smashy, this is cool, man. Why didn't you start out this way sooner? Do 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 do. With me and Paul smoking a bong. I don't do it driving though, Paul. I never even smoked marijuana one time. Can you believe that shit? What a hapless loser. I didn't need it. I was jacked up on prescriptions. Klonopin. They say Klonopin doesn't have any side effects. Well, I'm here to tell you. You start clobbering into cars and don't realize it. I'd like to consider that a major side effect. I wish I could get Jabo to help write me a poem about that. Is this me? As I bounced off the fenders of vehicles from out of state on vacation. It was embarrassing. That was a rock bottom low for me. I thought, holy shit, man. I used to bitch about playing one deductible. I had to pay like 4. I had to pay 4 deductibles. Fucking crazy. It really made me feel like a insecure and inferior. I'm a little hungover today. 3 beers, man. That's what it's come to now. Gabapentin. Yeah, I gotta get some of that. Can't even come out of high school with $10 million and retired. I'm not sure I'm following you, Made of Rubber. The hell are you talking about? Oh, really? Hey, Pug. Okay. Klonopin Tails. Hey, T-Stealth. Why isn't T-Stealth? Is that the real T-Stealth? You guys? Mary, is that the real T-Stealth? Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta make his thing on then. Put his thing on. Trying to bring your wrench back, but I got such a weak signal here, I can't. It doesn't always let me do this. T-Stealth, I'm trying to put your wrench back on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Boo-doo-da-da. One person won that Mega Millions in Maine. They'll be able to buy the whole damn state of Maine. Yeah, okay, I got to put on there then. You just can't tell. These weirdos are very good at like appearing as someone else. Drug drop-off box. Oh, come on. Hey, Hank. Thank you. Yeah. Made of rubber. It's a nice day today. Gas is going up. I don't really give a shit. Gas, the difference between gas going up and gas staying the same is a brand new t-shirt at Ron John's. Big fucking deal. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was a good chat last night. I like having Mark on there. Old Bimbo Barbarella. Old Bimbo's a trooper. Here I got a little joint pain. I talk like it's the end of the world. Bimbo's got all sorts of shit going on, still partying hard. Drug drop-off box. Oh, really, Larry? Oh, okay. Yeah, Bimbo partied for about an hour. Till like 1:30 in the morning. And that was a 5.5-hour chat. It's crazy. When you're having fun like that, just talking, like you could we could say, okay, let's do that again tonight. It wouldn't be the same, and you'd be like bored out of your mind the first half hour. It's weird how they develop. Thank you. Yeah, I try to tell the truth. No, they don't think it's your. They don't think it's your Sharon. We know it's you. No, it's an easy to ascertain. You should come up with a little avatar, though. You know, can you do that? I mean, not that can't be copied, but. Oh, you zonked out, huh? No, I don't freak out over that. She really can't. She's really can't do any legitimate damage. You know, just harass you a little bit. Yeah, Mary, do you know how do you got to go on your Google account. It's not hard. You could do it. We could walk you through it if you may not want one. If you don't want one, that's okay too. If you don't want to go through the trouble. Purple haze going through my mind. Me and Paul Alston are running out of time. I'm going to change the lyrics. Paul has enlightened himself. He's trying to become pain-free and relaxed. And I'm with him every step of the way. That's right. You're cool, man. We got your back, man. My observations, you worry a lot, Sharon. I want you to know you don't have to do that here. We got you. There's nothing you can do to fuck this up. I hope that builds confidence. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You touch your ass. Yeah, Carolyn will tell you how to do it. Hey, Seagate. You had to leave the party a little early last night. Yeah, we got you, man. This is going to be your safe haven for 30 people that have your back. You may have a bad day and, like, tell me I've got a pot belly. I'm not going to delete it because of what I just said. I want to be here for you. Yeah. Yeah, we got you covered. Everybody has bad days. Yeah, what happened there? What happened there? Missed that party. Any of you guys out there, if there's something you'd like to discuss or, some bullshit going out there. I mean, I get these emails all the time. These people want me to come on their channels and, like, answer questions. I know what it's going to be. Like, if I killing girls and that kind of nuts. I have done that before. I wouldn't mind if it was just someone generally that had an interest in knowing. I mean, it's a valid question, but it's not. It's a bunch of wackos. But if you guys wanted to do that, like, I could bring you on the panel, and it'd be just like you were doing the chat, and you could just bust my balls right in front of everybody, and let's disclose the truth. Oh, you fell asleep? That's okay. You're tired. Oh, good. Oh, when did they start doing that? Yeah, I'm kind of out of the loop on figuring out. I'm not too good at it. Get a lot of people that lay back in the trees and, like, just are weird, man. Oh, the Atlanta guy? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, it's no secret. YouTube is definitely against those kind of things now. They're not going to come out and outright and tell you that. But what they'll do is they'll unsubscribe people. People don't get notices that you're on. They're fucking with me right now. Up until yesterday, I had to change my password every day, saying that somebody was logging into my account, which is bullshit. And, they gave me a strike for covers of books that I uploaded. So I know when I'm on their shit list. It's happened before. There's nothing more insulting than getting a wake-up call that, this is what we can do if we don't like you. Yeah, I know that already. I just got a survey from them. I'm sure 10 billion other people did too. I really roast their ass. I give them a fucking highly dissatisfied and everything, other than the people that I've met. In the box at the end, it's like, is there anything else you'd like to say? It's like, yeah, I met some really good people here. And without YouTube, that would have never happened. And I'm grateful for it. But with your customer service, you're giving me a strike for this stupid shit. I don't trust you people. Your artificial intelligence is the worst. And you just took away my creative spunk. Yeah. Oh, homeless pages? No, I'm going to go in here and get a coffee. I'll tell you one thing that's pissed me off a little bit. I think this is a sign of getting older. I'm talking like an old guy now. Everything's expensive. Food's not that good. Doesn't seem that good. These restaurants are struggling. But back to my point, and that is like the Starbucks, which I used to be a Dunkin' Donut guy. And then I started drinking these lattes. I got bored. At least there was a little protein in it with the fat-free milk. But these new Starbucks all look like a shoebox. Not that I care about that bad. But all the new ones, this one, and there's one on the other 38 miles the other way from where I live. No counter, no stools and sitting at a counter anymore where you could look out the window. It's all this bullshit like you're in a living room. So they got some think tank outfit, or they thought they want to make this place look like everybody's in one big living room, and it sucks. I just don't like sitting down and like I'm eating dinner when I want to sip a coffee and look out the window. There's no place to plug in your
phone anymore, like up against the window on the vertical rails of the metal that holds in the glass. It's just like this is like a design where someone said, I think I'll open a coffee shop without knowing anything about one, much less being around as long as Starbucks has. I mean, I should be climbing up into a giant rocking reclining chair with two AC outlets, and nobody can sit right next to me. I can put like an X on the seat. I just don't like sitting down at these tables reading. Really, I get a lot less reading done because I can only stand it in there so long. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Yeah. I let them have it. I let YouTube. I really tell them. I really give them both barrels. Nah, it doesn't mean anything. It just goes off into like a virtual trash can. They have got so much business and so much. They're a perfect example of what happens when you become mega successful and there's no one even close to second place. You can do what the hell you want. Gmail's the same way. You know, they promote. I use Gmail as my main account. I'm rethinking that too, and I'll tell you why. Because once you get on there, like, something's fishy your side, and they're changing your passwords every day. If you don't remember that fucking thing, and this recovery thing doesn't work like it should, you can have all your shit tied up on a Gmail, and you'll never be able to talk to anybody, and your fucking account will be locked till the day you die. I even put with YouTube, it's like I'd be willing to pay for customer support where I could dial a goddamn phone number and somebody would answer it that speaks English, know what the fuck I was talking about, and actually help me. I'm willing to pay you. But Gmail goes south, same with YouTube. You have some weird, wacky shit. If I went home tonight and I called them and said there's two crazies from Detroit with machine guns out here saying that they're going to kill me because they hate my YouTube channel, it would be 6 weeks before I'd get a response, and it would say to contact my local authorities. I don't. Yeah, but I mean, YouTube. Well, what they're worried about is that section 230, section 230, which means they'll be held accountable for third-party content. Which means like people that go out and hassle Maddie and Gerald and stuff like that, they'll be liable and accountable for holding that social media platform. If that gets rewritten, there's a liberal, believe it or not, that Amy Kudahar or Shudahar or whatever, she's a senator from Minnesota, bright lady, University of Chicago Law School grad. And actually, I agree with what she has to say on a lot of that stuff. I mean, they just trample over you, steal your shit without paying you, not accountable. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, there you go. Like that, Sharon. Yeah. Because it's cheap, Brian. It's cheap. It's all profit driven. Uh, I think what I think has happened. I'm not saying I got in on the early days. I didn't. I kind of came in late to YouTube. I think I joined it in 2007 and then, was uploading bowls of soup and shit like that around 2010. And at the time, I mean, you could just go on, you'd see these racist channels, anti Semitic, just every crazy son of a bitch in the world. And you couldn't believe there was a platform on there that allowed this kind of crap. And then as YouTube got more money and they started, getting a lot of artificial intelligence and scanning with algorithms and looking for dirty words and shit, they cleaned it up a lot. And, you couldn't have that. And they got rid of those channels and it was really good. And then they were very, for a while there, they were, promoting like creativity and go out and, record what's interesting. And they weren't editing or censoring or anything. And then I think what happened when they had so much money and as time went on and they got to address these things, they realized as digital advertisers, which they control the market on, that they could just go out first, like guys like me that got a lot of views on like interviews with prostitutes. They said, man, this guy is really killing. They promoted those for a long time. People who were always getting recommended. That's how I got those subscribers, getting recommended. You got, 200 million people turning on and your YouTube in the morning and it says, watch Chosen Ones interview a Maddie. That's exactly how it happened. Well, that worked great for years and they were killing it. But I think after a while what happened is the digital advertisers, first of all, they didn't want you swearing. They didn't want racist shit. No gay jokes, none of that. I get all that, right? Because you're trying to appeal to the biggest market share you can get. And then after a while, it got to where they were going to notch it up a notch further. When a digital advertisement came on, I think they got complaints and said, hey, we know this guy interviewing prostitutes in Detroit, has some interesting content, but we don't really want our ad coming up in the middle of him asking a prostitute what kind of drug she's on. Fair enough. They're paying. It's up to them. So all of a sudden, the link to popularity didn't quite jive with what advertisers felt they wanted to, what platform they wanted to be promoted on. They want YouTube now to become this big, vanilla, generic, happy place where it's impossible for anyone to get offended, to see an interview with someone that's not like them. They want it all like vanilla. So this way they don't need to babysit all that stuff. So when you can stamp out a guy talking about drugs or prostitutes and racism or conspiracies or book titles that he uploads, and you can finally crack the whip enough to get me begging for a dog biscuit, you'll get to the point where everything out there is vanilla. They don't need to babysit things, and that all digital ads are safe because they've taken guys like me and they've curtailed what got them there, despite it being interesting and nothing really wrong with it, and made it just one big giant happy place for posting digital ads. That's what I think happened. Once they killed the drug talk, the prostitute talk, those interviews just weren't as interesting any longer if you couldn't do it. And if you did do it, they'd make it very clear that they didn't want you doing it. Oh, Monica. Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing. Let's take for an example. This is the way I think it would be. Let's take for an example, like cancel my channel, which has almost happened a couple times over pure absolute bullshit. It's like you're going to say, yeah, it's with everybody that gets canceled. One, I made a comment about making meth when I was feeding some baby birds, and one time a prostitute flashed her breasts. They gave me 2 strikes for that, which they later changed to warnings. Big deal. I didn't deserve either one. One was a joke and one was something that's all over YouTube. So I know how they can be. They probably will get rid of me one of these days, but let's say if they did, I mean, they've already killed the advertising. They already killed people getting unsubscribed. People don't get notices. I mean, I know what's happening. But say I got canned today and they allowed me to start another channel but not pick up on the one that I had, you guys would never hear from me ever again. I could go down to Detroit and I could interview Maddie and Gerald 1,000 times, do magic tricks, have fireworks going off in the background, and you would never know about it. Because that channel, those channels are not getting recommended anymore. Even that guy out there that does the black and white things, the guy out around Philadelphia that interviews drug addicts, but it's kind of like I want to say Great White Hope, that's the name out of it, but it's some shit like that, Great White Potato or something like that. They did the same thing to him. So you're not going to see, the business model has changed. They want me to be a hermaphrodite making fucking chocolate chip cookies in a G-string with 2 handicapped squirrels and a no hunting sign posted behind me as my office studio. Well, I am going to do the interviews. I am going to do them again. I'm going to go out smoking. It's just, I moved down here and didn't bring my stuff, and I'm doing them again. I'm going to do them just like I did before, and I'm not taking out anything. Now the difference is I'm not going to get any new subscribers, but I don't really care about that anyway, and I'm not going to get some viral views, which I'm fine with too. So really, it's not that big a deal minus them canceling my channel, which could happen any minute. It's not that big a deal. You know, I'm just not gonna, which is interesting. It's just dawned on me. I mean, I knew this anyway, but here I am saying that I don't think that views and subscribers are mean shit. Well, you know what? I guess that's because I got them now, and I shouldn't be upset at all if they canceled me and started from day one. But what it translates into in my mind is that, you know, we've had a lot of fun and a lot of people come on, and this is hard to do and it took forever to do it. And because of those numbers is what brought us to the place we are now and why we know each other and we can have this kind of fun. And I know if that part of it got taken away, I would never be able to do it again. So it isn't the numbers and views and statistics per se, but it's that data that got us all here. You know, you don't get recommended when no one's watching your videos. Therefore, we would have never met. So I think that's what I would really miss, and because I know that once it's gone, it's gone. I could hand out $100 bills to everybody that signed on at night on a chat, and you'd never know about it unless you found out about me by accident. Yeah, and even like down there, you know, when I was doing that with those, it was just like, it was interesting. I mean, who'd ever thought? And people watch it like that. It's weird. I mean, I certainly would have hoped for a better outcome, but I think you realize now it was just being naive, which I was. I mean, I don't think much good came out of any of those interviews. Yeah, Maddie's sad, but it is sad. But you know what? Honestly, there's thousands of Maddies across the country. Yeah, it's just nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? I found sometimes, like, you know, when there'll be a reason that I'll want to go back and try and find something in an interview I did. There's some of those interviews, like especially the girls that are dead. I just don't even like want to watch them. It's not that I'm going to be like sobbing and shit and need to see a psychiatrist. It's just like someone you don't like. You just kind of avoid it. And I just don't watch them, you know? So I guess that makes me like just a crappy feeling, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it sure is. Now, another part of that is if you keep going for a long time like I did and you see enough of these stories through, I think you become kind of hardened and realize that that's the way it is, and you're naive for thinking otherwise. That it was really a good intentions on my part, but that doesn't mean shit in the drug-addicted working girl. Good intentions just get eaten alive. I mean, I'm glad that I had them, but I realized that if I went back and did it again, the same disappointing, never-ending con job would occur, and you just get sick of it. Like I said the other night, Becky's called me like 5 times, and I couldn't get myself to pick up the phone to answer the phone call. I'm just done with it. Sick of it. Just another bullshit story. Yeah, well, you would though, but it's different from the outside. But if you would have been in my shoes, it's like you just, you know, you're just like numb to it. It's like, God, I didn't think this was happening. I mean, you know, you guys have been around. I look back now from the beginning of that. It hasn't not been fun. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess I did the only thing left is just quit doing it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, drugs. I learned that. I'll tell you that. I got a whole damn stick ready for people that are considering trying heroin because they think it's just going to be a couple days of partying, back to business. That's not how it works. Yeah, I think I still got a big heart, but It's kind of on neutral and neutral. Like after here, when I get over here, I'll go down and see if those dogs need something to eat. It's not the same though. You know, helping a dog. I mean, it's a big deal. You give a dog some food. What am I supposed to like be sitting with Jesus on a park bench now? I mean, it's so stupid. No, nothing. Hey, Linda, and I contacted, you know, when I was looking for those people for the stuff that I had, I even contacted Marguerite's daughter, and any lead that there was to contact her, I did. I don't know what the hell she's up to. Yeah, yeah. But you know, one thing it showed you that, you know, that was the interesting thing to me, and that is that you'd see these people down there, like just all of them that I interviewed, like people driving by, like like Marguerite got shot with pellet guns, paint guns. Maddie got shot with them before. People throwing things at him, you know, calling them names, and then you interview them, and you kind of see a side of them that you would have never taken or had the opportunity to experience before until like I uploaded those videos. And then you start like thinking, wow, this is like sad. I'd like to help her. And it was really nice to just see strangers that only watched a video so elicit an entirely different behavior than the people that were around them that I watched treat them poorly up until the videos. And I guess it's just like, in a way, that like cream rose to the top, and that good people, when it spread out over a large social media platform like YouTube, you notice like it's lots of things. It's still not lots of things when you consider the population, but when you got people sending you clothes and food and money and gift cards and all that shit just by the sake of being good people, is really nice. It's a lot of trouble to go through, and for a complete stranger with no ulterior motive, no expectation of being thanked. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yeah, I think I helped them at a minimum now. I mean, I haven't done anything new. I mean, a lot of people do this. Yeah, I don't really even think I was a bright spot about that bounce spot. I mean, if anything, what I feel good about is that I tried and it didn't work, as opposed to just not trying. And maybe I'm just not like a good personality for this. You know, that, you know, originally I just had no expectations and wanted to hear their story. I mean, at the beginning, I used to say I didn't want to be the guy with the hot chocolate in the Bible. I was just wanting to hear your story, and here's $10, or here's a hamburger and fries, and before you know it, that was exploiting, and I was getting rich, and you know, you can't win. But I am going to go back, and I am going to do the same thing over and over again. What I will do, though, is I'm not going to, next time I do this, you're not going to know where I'm at. You may have an idea, but you're not going to be contacting these people through emails and turning them against me and fucking with me on YouTube and, you know, all that kind of shit, and getting a hold of their relatives. And, you know, most of those girls, these crazy bastards out there, they'd get a hold, they go and find them on Facebook. You know, the reason they mention their Facebook is because, you know, they want to keep in touch with them and support them. But what they do is they go on, look at family and friends, and then they'd contact their mothers and brothers and children and shit and say that I was raping them and I'm a killer and that I'm really a drug dealer and I'm making millions. And they'd try and turn their own family against me that hadn't heard from them in years based on a fucking Facebook. Oh, congratulations, Penny. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Oh, thank you. Well, I hope to get back to, you know, fun days like that, you know, like it was before. But the big mistakes, you don't know that, is promoting some of these wackos. I still will probably have that broke off in my ass because I know how lucky I got, and it was because the people I interviewed starting a channel. It had nothing to do with like any skill or great editing or, it's just fucking turning a camera on and asking questions. I know this. I can give you millions of examples of channels a billion times better than mine that don't do shit. And it's sad, but it's the way it's, timing's everything, right? I couldn't do it now. Yeah, congratulations, Penny. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to go back, but I'm not going to, promote these channels like I used to. I mean, that wasn't the worst thing that happened, but it wasn't the expectation I thought. I mean, really, if you think about it, who's better now than they were before they met me? Really? It's a fair question. Sherry. And she did all that on her own. Maybe the other Amanda, she did it on her own. There's two Amandas, actually. It didn't have anything to do with me. But you look at 90% of the people, it's like they're in this either dead or they didn't get any better. And they're where they are when I first interviewed them. I mean, I guess I can't help that, but I was hoping for a better outcome. So the part of just getting their story and being unattached really didn't work, because I'm disappointed at the dismal results of so many people trying to pitch in a helping hand. Yeah, it'll burn your ass out. I can't imagine having a child like that, because you think it's like, what if I'd have done this? What if I'd have done that? That I should have rubbed him more as a baby. It's none of that. I mean, it is sometimes, but I can give you so many examples of good, great parenting, and the kids just turned out nuts, drug addicted. It's gene expression. You did create the biological part, but this lineage of genes that went back, that could have happened 200 years ago, and you never even knew about it. It's not your fault. Yeah, but that's hard for a parent to swallow. It's just, you're thinking you should have done something. You shouldn't have let them hang around with them. You should have spotted it sooner. You should have had curfews. Should have been more stricter. Should have got them counseling. I'm not saying that would have never worked, but by and large, it probably wouldn't have. You just have this gene expression, life circumstances, and before you know it, your child's on a fucking runaway train. Oh, I believe it, Penny. Yeah. Yeah, on your mind. It's crazy. Yeah, living hell, I believe it. You feel disappointed, like everybody knows about it. You're just waiting for the other shoe to drop, what kind of new trouble they're getting in. They've borrowed money they never paid back. They've left rehab in the middle when you pledged your house as collateral. They fucked you up at your job because they've called all the time. Your heart stops when the police are calling because you don't know what this is going to be about. It's drug arraignments, sentencing, rehab, bailing them out financially all the time. I mean, this isn't what you had in mind when you were rocking this little baby. No, it doesn't. Yeah, police come to your job, yep. And then in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, what other people are thinking. It's like, you're some fucked up parent that caused this. And then you'll be someplace, where you'll see the perfect family. When I was friends with that priest in Chicago, I met a lot of parishioners that he had met as a parish priest throughout the years in Chicago. And I'm not kidding you. It was like, I didn't even think people like this existed. Dad's an FBI agent, mother's a nurse. One daughter just got into the CIA. Another one just got accepted at Stanford. And they were the nicest, happiest people in the world. And I'll tell you, on the same note, that's what I've noticed as I've gotten older and I've gotten into literature more. These educated people from these good schools, they're so happy to teach you what they learned. I mean, academics doesn't need to be a shotgun put to your head to get on the honor roll. In Chicago, I just saw so many examples of these families, like Johnny just got a full ride scholarship to Michigan as a football player, and the daughter was going to Brown, was going to study psychology. I mean, just example after example of what I never knew of anybody doing. So it is possible, but it's nice if you're on a track to do that from where you came from. Yeah, no, yeah, that's it. Yep, I know it. Yep, just break your heart. It's terrible. Just feeling like shit all the time. You can't believe it, like you just didn't die in your sleep out of sadness. Yeah. Then you see these people on TV, they're all like going to good schools and getting good careers and yeah, you're right about that, Pug. It's nuts. I'm gonna go in here and get my $8 ridiculously priced coffee. Now they got a tip button on there. Da 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 da. Do do do.
Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Hi, hi. I don't have any snack for you, honey. I'll get you something later. Oh, hey, it's going through my brain.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that Astro down. It doesn't make sense. Thing needs a bunch of shit, but I love that piece of metal. I'm gonna bring it in a car hauler. I'm gonna go up there with one of those. Forget what they call them. You know, you see them. They're like tow trucks, flatbed tow trucks. Marty's got one. It's a Freightliner. Coffee's good. As I said, I was gonna go to Athens today, but they're having a parade for the football game. I could give a shit about that. And I'll tell you one thing I realized. I was thinking this while I was standing in line. Like, I'm one of these guys that like starts over all the time. I've done it a bunch with business, relationships. I last about 10 years usually somewhere. And then I just get like this. It's just mental illness, I think. I just start wanting to get out of the place. I did it from Michigan to Florida. I did it from Florida to Chicago. I did it from Chicago back to Michigan again. Here I did it, 66. From Michigan, of Georgia of all places. I mean, sometimes I catch myself just sitting in parking lots, just can't believe this shit. Starting all over again. I like it. It's weird. Not that it's the greatest thing in the world, but I just think it offers me like distractions to keep me from going crazy. Like I go to new places and, you know, like today I'm going to go out and fuck around with this phone and maybe get an Indian dinner and go over to Barnes and Noble, and everything's new, different everything. New waitresses, new... I don't know why I'm like that. I get this caramel latte. You know, I was just a black coffee drinker like most of my life, and then Pat that used to work at that Tim Hortons in Michigan, she gave me one of these one day, and I thought, oh, that's kind of good. It's got a little milk in it, a little protein, and I just started drinking these. Caramel latte, skim milk, extra hot. Yeah, I tried. I lived here before, about 40 years ago. I bought a house in Woodstock, probably 100 miles from here. I hated it. I hated living down there. It was kind of a condition on getting married. She claimed that I controlled everything and that I was going to at least try and live in a place that she picked. It's like, oh, okay. I did for about 3 months. Yeah, they actually had shrimp and grits at that restaurant yesterday where I got that fried stuff. That stuff was okay. Wasn't great. Oh, I believe that, T-Still. Yeah. But I'll tell you, with working on airplanes, there's so many like buttons and safeguards that you gotta push. Safety wires, and your boss has to look at it. You know, it's not like working on an Astrovan and crossing your fingers when you leave. There's so many safety mechanisms in aviation, including working on them. Yeah, it didn't last long. I gave it a try. I didn't care because it was a new adventure. I mean, I know I think I'm crazy about this, but like if my vehicle breaks down, it's a new adventure. Got to get back home. You know, I mean, I took off in that Astrovan with 435,000 miles on it and headed to Montana. You know, when you're young, it's like, oh, what if the transmission went out? What if the engine quit? Yeah, what if it does? I'll rent a car and come back home, give them the title and junk it. Fuck it. Yeah, I got Marty looking for an Astrovan. I told him at that auction, if you see a good Astrovan, I want you to buy it. I don't care what it costs. Fuck it. Not gonna live, you know, forever. I love an Astrovan. I want one that's tricked out, a camper inside. and I want to park it in Sharon's front yard when I come to visit in California. Yeah, I can't help it, honestly. Oh, thank you. Well, at least you know what you're getting with me, I think. Yeah, it's been going pretty good. Yeah, I still lie sometimes. But I tell people I lie like if, I guess you'd call them white lies. I don't lie like for anything major. Like if somebody came up and said, "Do you think I'm the ugliest person in the world?" I'd say no, even though I might. Shit like that. Or sometimes I'd lie when people want to stop by. I say I'm doing something when I'm not. That kind of stuff. But it isn't like to defraud people or gain financially or make it seem like I'm something I'm not. So I wouldn't say that I don't lie. I'm honest about what I think are like important things. But I still lie about small things. Yeah. I think of when I was younger, like if I was met some girl I really liked and she really liked me and I knew she hated porn, I'd probably lie about it, hide it. Stuff like that. That's not honesty. Either you're honest or you're not. So I would say I'm honest with an asterisk, most of the time. When you're in some relationship and everything's going great, and then it comes up in the midst of a conversation about, see, here's how you get nailed on porn sometime that's fucked me up in the past. There's a certain amount of women out there. Oh, this girl is driving that old Mustang back there. There's a certain amount of women out there that just consider porn degrading and, super chauvinistic and controlling. I mean, you got a huge bullseye on you, and they're not liking you for watching it, but for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm trying to avoid though, if possible. One thing, those Astrovans, mine included, they were a little shaky on the metal quality. Anybody can find me a good Astrovan. I want all-wheel drive too, and I don't like with all that plastic shit hanging on the bottom. I'll give you a finder's fee. So I just get burned out looking at those fucking things. There was one on Hemmings or Hennings or whatever that big car place is, but they didn't say how much it was, and it was an older listing, so I'm assuming it sold. Yeah, well, sort of it does. Not really, because, if I, as the example that I gave, say I was like, met the love of my life, which is another myth, and I lied about porn, that'd be it. I wouldn't lie about anything else, so it didn't lead to any other lies. Unless you kept asking me if I watched porn. I mean, I guess you could say I did then, but there's just some things you gotta really hedge your bets on that shit. That's an example. And this is, I don't read much fiction, and I don't because I always wanted to get the biggest bang for my buck, that I'd learn things in the real world. But that's not always true, because fiction can take you through a scenario that you wouldn't be privy to otherwise. And that's a perfect example. A guy that, never reached the upper levels of the love of his life because he always got busted somewhere along one of the chapters about lying about watching porn. I know that sounds crazy, but it would be a good novel and a typical example on what keeps things from working out sometimes. You could say, well, you can be married and not everything that you know is their business. And there's an element of truth to that. But full disclosure would also be nice. But I'm not so sure everyone's entitled to it. I mean, do you think, you guys know, do you think a lot of you people that come on the chat are married? Penny, do you think it'd go over very well if you were thinking of a big Johnny Holmes bending you over on a park bench when you were 20? Would you ever admit to that? And if you were asked that and you said, I never thought anything like that, you'd be lying. So you'd be in the same boat I am. And I just think there are instances in every human being's life to where you don't need to disclose everything. It doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, there's a theory out there that when you admit infidelity, it's the ultimate act of selfishness, because all you're doing is relieving the pressure for yourselves, and that the other party, your spouse, doesn't suffer anything but hurt. You're not getting any bonus points by telling them that you've had an affair. And I mean, there is an argument that there's an element of truth for that. So it's those kind of things, it's like if your wife or your ever came up and said, did you ever find any of my girlfriends sexually attractive? It's like, fuck yeah, I did. Are you supposed to acknowledge that? Probably not. Again, the kind of lying that I do. Yeah, probably right, Brian. Goodbye, Debbie and Dave. You have a good day. You party on. Yeah, don't want to ask questions if you don't want answers. That's why Sharon and I are going to lead the rest of our years together. So happy I'm going to come home. She's going to say, guess what? It's like, what, honey? She said, I got you the remastered anniversary copy of Deep Throat, and I'm going to go shopping for 10 hours so you can sit home and enjoy it. Those will be tears of joy. Pizza is on its way. Backup cameras. As soon as I finish this coffee, which won't be long, I'm going to go check on the dogs. Then I'm going to drive around. Right on. Yeah, it doesn't work though, 100% T-stealth. I mean, maybe the whole thing's just a big crock of shit. I mean, I've always said that people, they don't want to settle. The hell you don't. I don't know anybody that hasn't settled in one way or the other. It's just not a perfect package. I was thinking too, I don't know why I was thinking of this laying in bed last night, but, I never considered, I never thought I'd stay married. They'll say, well, no wonder it didn't work. Well, that's not quite true either. It's just marriage to me shouldn't be an endurance test. And personality has a lot to do with it. And the likelihood of a guy like me staying married for 50 years is like 0. In marriage to me, it's like a civil contract. There are benefits, advantages, and disadvantages. You've decided to hook up together. And if it goes south, well, big deal. It isn't something that I wouldn't even consider it a failure. It's just something that I knew I'd probably get sick of. I had an easy out, a legal procedure to get out of it. It's not finalized yet. And I did it. You know, if I hadn't gotten married that time, and I was 30 before I got married, I'm sure I would have never got married. Just, it's not for everybody. No, it's not weird. That's exactly it. But good luck finding it. Good luck finding it. Yeah, good luck. No ball and chain, that's right. I mean, here's another thing, and I've read about this, and I've thought about it, and I certainly have witnessed it in my life. But take like an old guy that's a sugar daddy to a young girl. You could say that's disgusting. She's only in it for the money. He's only in it for the sex. Yeah, that's true. But in a way, it's as upfront and honest as things will ever get. Those cards aren't put on the table like that when both of you are 25, starting out in life, working jobs. You think your love's going to grow and you're going to be good parents. You're not going to be fucking around with the secretary and all this kind of bullshit. The old guy has one thing in mind, and the young girl has one thing in mind. And really, there's an argument that that's as honest and upfront as it will ever be. Really, like it or not, think about it. Yeah, snuggle buddy. Hey, Patrima. I've learned too, like, that how expensive things are. My dear old dad, oh, I miss him. He said, Tommy, I know you think the prices are high in a horror house, but let me tell you, from father to son, it's never going to get any cheaper than that. Dear old dad, there's a couple of the rare instances everything he said made 100% sense. Dead on. And I thought to myself, never get any cheaper than that, Dad. She's wanting $150 for just 1 hour. I didn't get it. I was young and naive. And it took 40 years of getting bent over for the light bulb to come on. I thought, you know what, Dad had a point. There was no divorce. There were none of these cars, all this junk we didn't need, these vacations I didn't want to take, clothes, losing half my shit when we got divorced. $100 or $150 an hour is a deal. And I'd rather just do it this way. I'd rather have a good soulmate, like someone. Honestly, I kind of tend to go. I can't figure this out either. I had some smart girlfriends when I was young, and I was a total delinquent. I like that, like all-American, valedictorian, straight-laced girl. I don't know why. I guess because I wanted to corrupt them. I mean, that's my only guess. But anyway, I'd like to have just like, I do like people that are like, like literature and stuff like that, and photography. I'd like to have that part, but non-sexual. I bet we'd never have any problems. Just like be really good, tight friends that wasn't jealous. And then it'd be all spelled out that I could just call up like an escort service and get like a blowjob or two once a month for like $250, $300 a pop. And it'd be like $600, and I could write it out of her checkbook, and she wouldn't be freaking the fuck out. And I'm telling you, I don't think I'd have any problems. The problem I'm having is finding someone that would agree to that. I don't want any hand holding or all that shit. Actually, I'd like to sleep in separate bedrooms. And I'd treat you really nice. Really. I would even go as far as to say I would kiss your ass. And I'd have your best interest in mind. I'd buy you nice stuff, and we'd get along. And I just not want to have sex with you. I'd want to have with somebody else. I'd like to separate the two and see how that works. And you know what? There's a chance, and I know this sounds crazy, But there's a chance that out of this pseudo crazy illogical respect, that if someone signed on for that with me, I might just go the extra mile and not take advantage of it. Now you could say, well, you're one controlling son of a bitch. How about if she wants to write a check for a big cock? Well, now here's where it gets a little dicey. I don't think I'm quite there yet. So this would be a story for Mary. She gets on this shit like so heavy duty, it's ridiculous. I asked the question for you, Mary, so I saved you the trouble of having to listen for this conversation. That's what Mary'd say. Okay, yeah, I'll try that with you. But I hope you don't mind where, I write a check for $500 or $600 for a big cock a couple times a month. It's like, oh, now, whoa, now, hold on now. And I think this is how the male mind works. Because when I run this by buddies, they laugh and stuff, and they say that I'm dreaming, that I need to wake up. And I guess I am, because I can't give you an example of that anywhere. I don't know of it. Maybe it's just too crazy. I mean, if I went to a marriage counselor, he'd just like divorce this fucking kook. And this guy's from outer space. No, I don't even want a day, to be honest with you. I don't want a day. I want an hour. I want an hour. No, yeah, an hour. And maybe never. I think if somebody signed on for that, you're going to say, yeah, that's how you controlling guys work. You sign them up. You got them doing everything you want them to do. And now you're happy. It's like you're a real motherfucker for even proposing that. Yeah, this is the kind of rebuttal you get, especially from these like deep down man haters. I guarantee you some of these people sitting in the background now of this chat, they would take a baseball bat to me in my sleep if they could for even bringing this shit up. No marriage counselor. Yeah, I mean, you could say it's like mentally ill, but the more I'm getting into literature, and these people are like this Angus Fletcher. This fucking guy, you like people that think like you, right? So I think he's great. Thinks out of the box. But all these these people that thought out of the box, all these famous philosophers. Aristotle is an example. Man, he just said, fuck this place. Got out and started his own thing. And at the time, I'm sure it was a constant uphill battle. Actually, I think the Bible, all those letters in the New Testament were copied off writings of Aristotle, but I can't prove it. And there's little writing on it. That was one smart son of a bitch. Yeah, I just think, but what I was saying is, like, say somebody signed on to that, and I would say, and I knew that I could do it, and that's what we agreed on, I would probably, I think there's a better chance than not. That's a legal pairing, and that is more likely than not. That's how they settle things sometimes, more likely than not. I'd think that if I knew it bothered them, and yet they still agreed to it, that I think I probably wouldn't do it. How's that for some fucked up logic? And you're wondering why my relationships never worked out. I think you're getting a little inkling. Oh, thank you, Rick. Thank you. Yeah, I fucked up on the phone, you guys. I really did. Let me tell you how I fucked this up so you don't do it too. So, I got good camera equipment, nice stuff. 4K, all that fucking shit. And I was dragging that around all the time, and I thought, these expensive phones, just, you paid a lot for the camera. And I thought, well, I don't need all that fucking shit. I'll just get a phone that calls and searches on Google and all that fucking shit. Well, I learned after 2 years with that A51 or A53 or whatever it was a budget phone, $600. That's what it is nowadays. A cheap, junky phone is $600. But I didn't think, it'd be a problem. Well, it was a piece of junk. And it wasn't just the camera, it was the whole phone itself. The video was shitty, the photos were shitty. And it's like, we just got done saying that's not what you bought it for. That's true. But you'll find when you're driving around, there's pictures you want to take, and you don't always have your shit with you. And it'd be nice to have a nice cell phone. So bottom line, when you come up, particularly if you're with Verizon, and they offer you that deal on like a 1-year-old kick-ass brand new phone like I got, the S22 Ultra, fucking take it. The difference between the budget one I got at the time, that I was stuck with for 2 years, it wasn't worth the shit, And a real good one was about $180. I fucked up. Stupid. And another thing, for Verizon people out there, they'll give you at no charge a cell phone extender. It's a little black box if you've got shitty service. If you had to buy it, it's like $250. You plug that thing in, man, your phone signal is like good. I went from 1 bar to 5 bar. So when I got, I knew I fucked up, but what I'm surprised at, because I had that junk phone for 2 years, and they put it in your payments, like, it was only like this, a top of the line kick-ass phone with good everything. Cameras, search and all that fucking shit, microphone, good everything. It's like $8 more a month. Big fucking deal. I made a mistake. Get the premium phone, because it's not just the one set of functions that you're getting hosed on. The whole thing is junkier. From the speaker when you're talking and all that shit. And this gets better reception from the same signal areas. It does. It does suck. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, fucking as much as I'm fucking around with a phone and shit. I mean, oh, here's another thing I want to talk about while we're on this subject. My wife, I was good friends with my wife a long time before I gave her the good romp in the hay. I mean, we were just friends. I mean, I thought she was pretty, and I wasn't really that attracted to her. Isn't that weird? And I've had women that I've been friends with in the past. Now, if you guys can help answer this would mean a lot to me. This is the $50,000 question of the day. I know I describe it crudely. I should talk in terms of making love, and I say bang instead. I apologize. But I had some really good relationships where, we just disclosed everything and we were great friends. And when I banged them, things changed big time. Whether it went anywhere or whether it didn't. Why does that occur? Will somebody explain that to me? Can somebody explain that, why that happens? I know you guys have had that happen too. And now that adds credence to why I'd like to separate the two. Yeah, but Pug, I'll tell you this, there are not any recognized pheromones in a human body. There's some similar characteristic chemical compositions in sweat, but look it up. There are not any in humans. Not from the traditional definition. Yeah, but I was never chasing to begin with. We were just good friends, got drinking and I can tell you this. I got married because of that. I can tell you this. It seemed like the good friendship went by the wayside. So fucked up. And I don't know any more about it now than when I first did it. And I want to know why this happens, the mechanism that occurs. You'd have thought we'd have been best friends ever. It's like not only am I disclosing all my life secrets to you and we're tight and you can tell me anything and I don't make any judgments, but I'm giving you 3 orgasms in a row too. I mean, we should have been tighter than ever, and it wasn't. Metaphorically speaking. Pre-ejaculation. I never had that pre-ejaculation. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure the possibility of that's long over. Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, you don't know why. I can't figure that out either. Why does that happen? It's so nuts. See, here we are. I mean, we're discussing this now, and nobody knows why. None of us. I mean, somebody should, know something about this. No, I don't know about that, Paul. I tell you, it was always a poor student. Just bad grades, even stuff I liked. I mean, I'm better now, but not lots better. Even stuff I liked, like flying lessons. It took me forever to get my pilot's license. All that fucking studying bullshit, figuring this horse shit out. I'm better now, but I think I got AD, attention deficit disorder, and I'm getting older now, and I'm slowing down, and it's forcing me to learn more and stick to projects and tasks more. I think that's my porn addiction too. Whatever part of that your mind gets stimulated by that fucking shit. I mean, it could be burning buildings down. It could be, robbing banks. I mean, whatever this thing that goes on in my mind, it hits the fucking first prize every time with porn. And I think in a similar way, there are people that are in academics like that. I mean, they're always saying studying sucks and they wish they didn't have to do it. And before you know it, they got 19 fucking PhDs, a law degree, plus they're going to medical school. And they really get into constant learning. I don't know. It could have been worse. I mean, I could have been an arsonist or a fucking serial killer or some shit like that. So, I mean, porn, it has, hasn't been, I didn't get a lot of accolades for it, but I could have had much worse behavior is my point. And, like it or not, porn is legal. Yeah, I believe that, Pug. Read that book. I got that book. I read that book by that Jewish girl. She was on Adderall forever. It was about attention. Attention. What's her name? Casey Schwartz. Look it up. I just finished that book about 3 months ago. Casey Schwartz. Yeah, that's what they say about victimless crimes, too. Yeah. Victimless crimes. Porn created for a reason. The devil made me do it. Devil made me do it. Hey, no amateur mom, how you doing? There's a town, I was watching those murder things the other night. There's one in Grovetown, which is just east of here. I mean, it looks like just where Marcus Welby and his wife would live. And here it was on one of those murder shows, Grovetown. Hi, Tammy. I mean, whoever the producers is of these shows, man, they really know how to, pick a good scenario. They pick, some deacon of the church or some Boy Scout leader. And, here he's cutting 10 mistresses' heads off and burying them and winning Man of the Year and shit like that. It is interesting. And I also think the other side of the coin is why families like Ravens don't get they don't even get return phone calls or a copy of the police report regarding their daughter, because none of that criteria exists. Angel, all of them, they don't give a fuck. That doesn't meet any of that criteria. It's just another streetwalker murdered or overdosed. Who cares? And it's very clear that's the way they look at it. And not just in Detroit, anywhere. Flint, LA. Hey, Troubles. How you doing? Amateur mom. That's got a good ring to it. Yeah, it really was. I liked how they had it made and left it. I give Bill Gates credit for that too. Anybody that's got enough balls to drop out of Harvard and do your own thing is a giant to me. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you had a good time. Thanks. It was fun. Thanks for the underwear shots later, too. It was really fun to look at them. Yeah, more questions than answers. I can't figure it out. Yeah, I really can't. Yeah, so what's time? Is it 2 o'clock? I'm not going to go to that P.F. Chang's anymore. That place sucks. Food's not even that good anymore. I'll go to the old Indian place. They got the most fucked up hours. These Indians, all of them around here, they open like for 11 at lunch, close at 2, and don't open again till 5. So it turns out, whatever like religious group these people are in Augusta, part of their deal is to not let work ruin their health. And these places that they work are owned by this guy, and that's the deal. You get to sleep in, and you get to go home and take a nap between shifts. I mean, they're serious about this shit. It's not some bullshit. All these fuckers go home and take a nap after lunch. Which for a guy like me that gets up late like I did today, it fucks me up because now it's 5 o'clock until they're open again. But it's kind of cool, really. They said they're not going to let a job affect their health. Oh, it was a good time, Chris. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Yep. All these guys that work there are really smart guys. Weird. Yeah, I think you were helping Bimbo or something. Even Michelle came on last night. Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. Yeah, see, I'll tell you another thing too, like these Indians were telling me that, you know, when you go to those street vendors in India, everything's maximum spicy. They don't even ask you. And there's a couple times I got like kind of like too much spice in my thing, even, and then I was at level 5. Then I went up to level 7. I thought, you know, I've had spicy food before it wrecked my dinner. I guess I'm getting older. I'm getting more sensitive to it. But anyway, this Indian was convinced me that the way to eat Indian food is the maximum spicy. That, you know, if it's done right with quality spices, it's not like burning your tongue out of your mouth and your eyes watering. It's like a super spicy, but doesn't affect you in that way. So I thought, oh, fuck it. You know, give me the maximum spicy. Then they've got 0 to 10. And then they've got what they call Indian spicy. And the last 2 times I've eaten there, I've got the Indian spicy. You know what? He's right. It's like an enhanced taste. And it isn't like I'm drinking 2 gallons of water. It's weird. It is spicy, don't get me wrong. You're going to notice it, but it's like a pleasurable spicy, not like this is ruining my dinner hot spicy. It's weird. So now I'm getting the maximum Indian spicy. It's crazy. I meet a lot of interesting people going there. So it's weird. They like sit next to me and we start talking. Oh, cool, Troubles. Oh, really, Amateur Mom? Yeah, I'll have to try one of those. Yeah, they got some things here. You know, the stuff that I get, the dishes that I get are so good. They've got some vegetarian, like 2 pages of what really looks like good vegetarian food. And I don't want to get it because I'm always afraid, like, you know, I'm going to be full from that. I won't get full from it because there's not meat or chicken in it. It's like fucked up thinking. And I'm never around there when I'm not like starving and I want to try something new. But they got a bunch of shit on there. If that was in my neighborhood, I'd have tried everything on the menu by now. Their breads are really good. Non-garlic. And they've got like 10 different kinds of breads. It's so damn good. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll try and make my way to one of those things today. They don't have any good Greek around here, really. I think I'll go to Barnes & Noble, fuck around. The fucking traffic is a motherfucker around there, man. You know, you tend to think of these as small towns. That military base, I think they employ like 8,000 people. It's right around Grovetown. I think I'll go to Barnes & Noble, fuck around. Wait for the Indian place. And I think I'll go do some photography first. No, there used to be an Ethiopian restaurant in Detroit called the Blue Nile, and you ate with your hands. You know, you used your hands, no utensils. I don't know, I thought it was kind of fucking weird. But I was ignorant at the time. I've become more cultured. You know, back then there was a 50-50 chance I'd ask for a fork. What a fucking cultural loser. I'm going to a restaurant from a different continent, trying to experience their cuisine, and my dumb hillbilly ass from Flat Rock, Michigan, is asking for a fucking fork. Lucky my girlfriends were just as ignorant as I, so it wasn't embarrassing. Oh, really? Yeah. You can't beat them, join them. I'd take these girls to these places and they'd go, oh, what is this? There's nothing on here I like. It's like, what do you mean there's nothing on here you like, you stupid ass? I'm taking you to an Ethiopian restaurant. What do you want, a fucking chicken McNugget? And this is where the arguments would start. She'd say, yes, you're going to talk to me like that. As a matter of fact, that is what I want. A 9-piece chicken McNuggets. Eating this damn rabbit food. It's like I'm trying to introduce you to some culture. Something different cuisine, you fry-eating hillbilly. But that's where the good sex was. Yeah, I mean, it's give and take. Just built like a brick shit's house, ignorant as hell, my kind of girl. She could have done a fucking handstand on the table and I'd have been cool with it. Because I knew what was going to be happening later. I just have to bite the leather strap and listen to her make stupid comments. Anything they brought to the table, she wondered what it was. And then wanted to know if it was camel food. You know, rabbit food. It's like, oh fuck, is this dinner ever going to end? It's a good thing you got a rocking body and you're dumber than hell, right? It dumped you off already. That's how it works. That's how it is in life. And then you go to French finishing school. You know, just perfect etiquette. Not wiping her damn mouth with her sleeve or the tablecloth. Dressed appropriately, not a big set of fake tits sticking out of a tight top. Just can talk about literature, plays, philosophy, animals. PETA, doesn't want to eat too much red meat. Not worth a fucking bit. No tits. Everything's dirty. Missionary positions, the riskiest thing they ever did. Blowjobs are out of the question. I mean, this is what guys are up against, you people, and it's up to me to get this across to you. You know, I contacted Tiffany yesterday, and she said she was, I'm talking about Muslim Tiffany, not the crazy Tiffany in California. She said she was talking to her husband. She called me back, and I never heard from her. I hope she's doing okay. I think she's pretty depressed. Yeah, you get to French finishing school, you have a great dinner. They know all about the cuisine, the spices, what part of Ethiopia it came from, if it's cooked too much, not enough, whatever, just great. Then you bring them home, they spend a couple days, and you're afraid to touch them because everything's dirty. And then they find Debbie Does Dallas DVD in your underwear drawer and is, what is this? It's like it's a Debbie Does Dallas DVD. The fuck you think it is? It's like, why is it in here? It's because I watch it when you're not here. Yeah, that's why it's in there. Yeah, this is how it is. This is the straight male's lament. This is what you're up against. So you always got these balls in the air trying to, like, split hairs between the sex part and, like, the other part. It's fucking impossible. They wonder why there's more divorces than marriages. Fuck, I can tell you that in about 30 seconds. It's fucking crazy, man. You guys know what the truth is. And even though it seems like I can disclose these things when I'm on these chats, and all these people say, oh, it's cool, it's great, you're honest, yeah, fuck yeah, where you been all my life? I guarantee you, if I ever met him in person, it'd be right back to fucking square one again. They'll talk this shit online like they're really cool with it and all that. It's just fucking around. When it comes to, like, a traditional date or something, I'm going to be right back to square one again. They'll act like they never heard any of this shit. Because that's the protocol for dating in this day and age. You got to act a certain way. Hey, Amber, how you doing? I see you got a winner up there. The Mega Millions not too far away, Maine. Oh, that's my good Daisy. Hey, little O. Date. Yeah, that's a problem. We need to come up with a different word for getting together when you're older. I mean, dating, like, you talk about young people, are they dating? I mean, that shit, these names need to get changed. There needs to be a different nomenclature because, that already starts to get shaky as you head into your 30s and all the good shit's already taken up, or, you're stuck with all these fucking rejects. And then by the time you get this age, I wouldn't even call it fucking dating. Maybe it's like, god damn, I hope to get I don't even know what to call it. It's like they're dating. It's not really dating. Yeah, labels. We got to relabel all this fucking shit, Sharon. Labels. Yeah, I agree, Troubles. Yeah, I agree. Just have fun. Little Lou's coming up with some new terminology. That's my Daisy girl. Yeah, Chris, you're lucky you're this age and not my age. You'd have been pinned down by now, too. You'd be saying wife or ex-wife, not girlfriend. Way to go, bro. Look at Mark Kropka, my all-time hero. Still not married, 45 years with the same woman. He's dodged that fucking bullet. He deserves, like, the Canadian Man of the Year. I mean, this fucking guy is a master of manipulation. He knew what to say when for 45 fucking years. Yeah, he's my hero. Dates should be fun, I agree. Yeah. It would be fun if you women would lighten up a little bit. Hey, Rev. Yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. Now, see, Kanye, too. He's a master manipulator. Any guy that can live with a woman in this day and age, I don't care where it's at, and dodge that marriage bullet, He's waited so long now, he knows deep down she's not going anywhere. And that to me is a pinnacle of genius. Right on, Troubles. Am I depressed? Yeah, probably. It's always a good guess. Probably. No, I know they're not all bad choices. I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking them. Yeah, but you don't. Just assume yes, I am depressed from now on, because that's such a good likelihood. I'll try them out. Yeah, I want somebody witty, knows a lot about a lot of shit. Oh yeah. Good for you, man. No, that's a good one. You don't need say no more. Say no more, Chris. That is, yeah, gotcha. Hiking by yourself, yeah, boy. Well, I'll tell you, you're running neck and neck with you. You and Mark ought to get to collaborate and write a book. You just have an instant, huge market. Of all these miserable bastards out there that took the plunge and can't get out of it. You guys still have your freedom. Make the cake and eat it too. Yeah. No, that's a good idea. Shut up, no amateur mom. If I ever take you out someplace, I'm taking you to the Grand Canyon with a pair of old sneakers. And then I'm going to have you set up for a selfie. I'm in Thompson, Georgia. Yeah, that's my girl. You're right, it is safe. You just step over there to the right a little bit. Well, I think I'm going to head out of here. I think I might go. Yeah. Oh, really, Troubles? Oh. Do you find yourself not being able to find someone that stacks up to him? Yeah, nice day today. A little cold, 47. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, good for you. Yeah, shit, boy, that's like the worst scenario. I mean, not while you lived it, and it's good that you miss it, but it's Act Two is going to be a tough one. Catholic man. Yeah, I'd like to chat tonight, but you know, I was kind of tired today. I got up at 7:30, and then I thought, no way, I'll be exhausted all day, and I fell back asleep till 11:30. So I think I'll try to. If I take what I think I'll do, I think I'll go out to Barnes and Noble, fuck around there, look at the new books. I go there so much that I haven't been there in a week, so maybe there'll be some new books, but generally they're not. And then I'll go over to the Indian restaurant. Yeah, I'll do a chat tonight. Probably take a nap. No, I haven't. No, I don't really like, I got a weird thing I don't want to kill anything. I don't want to like pull it out of the water and stuff like that. It's fucked up. I think I'm heading towards senility. Like I don't want to watch like animals get attacked and stuff, or hunters shooting things on YouTube. I'm turning into a real fucking pussy. Yeah, what I would like to do though, I wish some of you people would come on the chat and do something that you'd want to do. I'll just set it up, and you can ask me questions or ask other people questions, or if it's something that Chris or any of these guys, anybody, I'll tell you one thing too, and this occurred to me last night. It's not as bad as it used to be, but I get fucked with by some of these people, and it's just such a turnoff to have these fucking wackos on there. But honestly, I really don't want to be a dick about like blocking people, or I don't think it's some special privilege you have to be able to come on in the chat. Really, and it's not because I disagree with what you say. It's just I don't want like stalking losers. And if I had my druthers, I wouldn't block or ban or anybody. I would really rather not do it. And I constantly give people another bite at the apple just because I don't want to be that kind of asshole. And it could be me, misinterpreting the relationship and not them. And I always think of that, and I always think, well, it's kind of sad if someone wants to come on a chat and they can't because, I blocked them because in my subjective way I thought that it was inappropriate. And I could be wrong at that. And I hope you guys call me out on that if you see it happening. Because I'd rather have nobody blocked or banned and be able to come on even if they disagree with me and think I'm a big dick. I would really rather have it that way. I just don't want a sterile social media platform. It sucks. Yeah. Amber, you think you'd want to come up on the chat and talk? Would that be something to interest you or not? Yeah, well, it's a certain type personality. They do. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that's true, amateur mom. Yeah. I'm talking about stuff. I'm not, I'm talking about stuff. Somebody will come on the chat where the missing girls, that kind of stupid shit. That's the kind of stuff that I block for. So I think pretty much I had a good reason to block the people that I did. I'm not into the drama stuff or the gossip or who did what. It's just so childish and stupid. I mean, there are people I don't like, but that's different than getting into drama. And again, it's subjective. Do it, Sharon. No, I think so too. I think so too. And there's people that you're just not going to like. That happens too. But even then, I would not block someone just because I didn't like them. But I would block them if it was a constant source of aggravation. I mean, just way too much, where it's like taking over the chat and no one's listening. Yeah, I hate drama. Yeah, I don't like drama. I really don't. I mean, you could probably say anything is drama if you stretched it. But these channels that just go up and like talking about people, and it's just not for me. I'm glad it's not. Yeah, I'll put you and Sharon up. You guys could do it. Sure, you guys could do your own chat. Talk about whatever you want to. Sharon got on there, but she couldn't figure out She couldn't like figure the whole thing out, but you got a long time to do that today, Sharon. No amateur mom? That's all right. That's no problem. Penny, you could come up too. You've been on a chat before. Oh, tons of questions. Well, you want to come up tonight then? We'll plan it right now. You want to come up tonight? You got from, you're on California time. Well, it doesn't matter. Time's time. So you'd have like almost 7 hours to get your thing where it would work. Let's pick a time. Now, Sharon, I know what California time. I mean, I was thinking that last night. I thought, if it was reversed and I was there and you were here, I mean, I'm not so sure I'd be wanting to get on a chat like at 6 o'clock at night, because somebody's on the Eastern time. But, what is a time that would work for you? We can like split it in the middle or whatever. But it's always good. Anybody that wants to come on, you're welcome to come on. I mean, I'm all for it. Like I said, if people want to bust my balls with questions and address things that the stalkers have asked, I'll answer them for you guys. Because I know there's things out there that let's iron it out. Let's put it all out there. Dirty laundry night. 10 p.m.? Okay. Oh, 10 p.m. Eastern. Oh, how about we do it at 10 o'clock tonight then? Because that gives you a little later time in California where you can still like do what you're going to do during the daytime. And then maybe we won't just go as late and Sharon can come on. Now, I'll come on StreamYard, okay? I'll put a little thing up that'll be at 10 o'clock at night. And this will give you guys some time to figure out how to, get on there and talk away. And, it's nice to see what people look like. Everybody's kind of curious. But if you don't want to do that, I get that too. I mean, this isn't a ball buster. Expose yourself. So for all you women out there whose ass is hanging over both sides of the chair, it's get out of jail free night. I'm not going to let it bother me tonight. Fire away. All right, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we'll do it. I'm going to do it. I'll put a little thing up where it's going to be at 10. Now, the way that it works is, Chris, you can come on. Chris is always like a good, like, solid, sane mediator. He's not into drama, so I hope you come up too. Is that too late for you, Little Lou? That a girl, Amber. Yeah, 10 o'clock. So it'll be at 10 o'clock. And the way that works is, all of a sudden at 10, I punch the button and we're all live. But you can come on earlier if you want and, get set up. So 10 o'clock tonight. And here's another thing, too, that I think this is another idea that just came up, and I don't know why. But how about this? I think like tonight when I come up, we'll have a couple moderators on there. And I think this would be a good trial period for me to be on the chat and not block or ban anyone. I will take away that autonomy that I have just to at least have one night of unbiased, subjective perception. I'm going to let other people determine if there's anything inappropriate or should be blocked or deleted, not me. So it's a free pass. I don't do that much of it anyway, because that's the kind of trust I have in the people that have been around a while. Yep. No, you can block tonight. It's just I'm not going to block. I'm going to allow any of that that's done to be done by the moderators. It won't be me. You guys decide. So someone can't say I got on Tom's chat and I was on there 30 minutes and he blocked me or deleted me. You can't say that tonight because I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave it up to other people. And as you guys know, I never second guess anybody. I never get a hold of anybody and say, what'd you do that for? I mean, obviously there are mistakes sometimes on cell phones. Nobody said anything. They were very polite and all of a sudden they're gone. That's different. Cool. All right, well, 10 o'clock, you guys. 10 o'clock, we'll do it tonight. Yeah, it's 2:22 here now. 2:22. 2:22. I think where you're at, it's 8:22, isn't it? PM. I think it's 8:22. So that'd be pretty late for you. You'd be getting up. So we come on at 10, 11, 12, 10. I think it'd be 4 in the morning your time, unless I have this totally memorized incorrectly. Oh, it's 7:20 now? Okay, so I was off an hour. Yeah, so that will be 10 our time. So that'll be 3:23, 3 in the morning your time, which I don't blame you for not coming on. Right. Yeah, same time I have, 2:22. Well, I'm going to leave this thing on. I'm going to head east. But we'll plan on 10 tonight. No, 10 is your 7. 10 is your 7, Sharon. $11.25. All right, we'll see you at 10. I'm going to leave this on, but you don't have to talk. I'm just going to be heading east. So we'll do it at 10 tonight. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Did you know that, amateur woman? Amateur mom? No amateur mom. Fuck yeah. No amateur mom. I like that one. That is one hell of a sharp, eye-catching, appealing name. Could mean anything. 'Cause I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Doo-doo. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Hell, I'm not. Especially with about 3 dragon's milks in me. Fuck yeah. 309, cheapest gas. I stop in there from time to time. There's a girl in there with a set of tits that, well, makes me stop and see her. Missing front tooth, though. I do have standards. Yeah, that kind of cancels it out. She went from a 10 to a 5. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Get down on it, cool in the gang. Hell yeah. Get down on it, cool in the gang. Get down on it, baby. Get down on it. It's just a lyric of a song, no amateur mom. Don't get offended. Yeah, 47 now. Oh yeah, rhinestone cowboy. Hell yeah. Rock on, party on. Rhinestone cowboy. I think that's the origins of depression. You keep thinking the same thing over and over. You ruminate. Perseverate. Forward to this. Dinner bell time. Breaker 19. Hell yeah. Pornathon. Fuck yeah.
kicking it. That's it, Lulu. Yeah, sorry it doesn't work out in your time frame. No, it's beautiful here. Georgia's great. Yeah, do it. Put it on there. Oh, we'd like to have you, little Lou. Crumpets and tea. Crumpets and tea. What's that? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, well, not when it, when you look at what you got to expend, like live in a place where I'm at. But yeah, the daily living is cheaper. No, not really. No, where I was about the same, probably. I'd say. Yeah. I drive my ass off. I use a lot of gas. Everything's a long ways away. I mean, I got to come out here to get a decent dinner. Oh, you got 28? Oh, okay. 49 here. 49. Oh, well, thank you, Paul. Yeah, you gotta have a headache by now. Oh, thank you. It's mental illness rearing its ugly head. If you weren't listening, I'd be talking to myself. My Daisy girl's sleeping. I'm going to a bookstore. Yeah, bookstore, yeah. You know where they sell books? Oh, good luck. Oh, that's cool, Nicole. you doing? How are you today? Blue skies. Just partying. Beautiful day. Never know when the traffic slows you down around here. Got a lot of erosion back there. Leaf pines. It's okay. Just be who you are. Be yourself. Just gotta be yourself. Excuse me. Return to sender. There's a lot of traffic going to the east. Excuse me. It's like an Astro van. Yeah, I'm tired. Stayed up too late. Get down on it, cool in the gang. Get down on it, do 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 do. That's gonna be our playing in the background theme song. Get down on it. Out in a birthday song. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. This is fucker on an expressway. loser. Out of the way. Full disclosure. John Deere dealer. Get down on it. Get down on it, baby. Get down on it. Get out of that lane, loser. There's some poor sucker moving. Get down on it, baby. Do da 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 da. Baby singing it. Do da 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 da. Do da da da. Do da 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 da. Da da do do. Party tonight. We're going to love one another like a brother. We're going to bond in unison spiritually on a social media platform. We're going to thumb our nose at mediocrity. We're going to all shoot to be number one. It's coming. Just need to tweak it. The human factor, don't discount it. You're always going to be influenced no matter what rules are set up. The human factor. Ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my motto. TV station right off to the right here. Satellites all over. TV 6, channel 6, ABC 6. I think I'll get this lane, ABC 6. ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm partying do, re, mi, ABC. Partying me. Can't hardly see this thing. We're just gonna rest easy. We're gonna take it a day at a time. There's this homeless guy always out here. You know, he doesn't, when I look at him, I just think, I'm not giving this guy any money. Now, what makes me think that? Does he remind me of a con artist? Hey, my chat stuff? Oh, I guess not. What the fuck is going on here? I want to tell him to get a job. It's not right. That's not nice. This guy just doesn't trip my trigger. He doesn't look legitimate. That's that snap judgment I made in like 3 seconds. It could be wrong. Truth will set you free. It really will. I'm not shitting you. Now, that doesn't mean it's all going to be fun and games. It gets you in a lot of trouble. If you're looking at 50 years in jail and you tell the truth, they'll happily send you away for the rest of your life. Now, what kind of story is that? Is that a happy ending? Hell no. You just suck your own shit. Thank you. You're right about that, Miami. I agree with that one 100%. But the bottom line of all this bullshit, no matter who's saying it, is everything is based on emotion, not intelligence. Look at these people just all over the road. Just a bunch of ants. Motorcycles over there. So when it's based on emotion, boy, all bets are off. I'm going to go in here today and I'm going to buy a book on bondage when I visit Sharon. Come on. You're supposed to go, buddy. I yield to you. That's it, Homer. Good job. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. But this mall is busy as hell today. I haven't seen it this busy in a long time. They have about a shooting a week here, even though it looks really nice. Shots fired. Crazy, isn't it? People in shorts. Nice summer day.
You're going down.
It's almost impossible to park in there, so I think I'll skip it. I think once I got a parking spot in there. Tiny bubbles. Tiny bubbles. Oh, I can't wait. I've ordered Sex in Your 60s. How to improve it, how to make it better. I hope it's in. Come on, man. You ever hear of a blinker, lady? Turn signal. Tiny bubbles. Blinker, you ought to try it. Oh, I'm tired today, man.
Rubber band girl. I like that one. In the wine. Oh, no kidding, Amateur Mom. Oh. Oh, 1,000 a day, huh? Thinking like a bum. That's good. You think this camera looks pretty clear today? That's no shit, my enemy. I mean, it looks like, you know, it's like you're at the mall, everything's safe. That isn't quite true. That P.F. Chang's right over there. They had a shooting right in the parking lot there a couple weeks ago. Fucking ain't right, man. What a shame to be sitting there paging through a boy's life. Get a 44 right through my forehead. Yeah, I want to be reading a philosophy book. I catch one right in the back of the head. Oh, poor pigeon. Yeah, your last meal with me, and they didn't die. They didn't die. Yeah. That neighbor down the end of the street, he was in Africa, hunting South Africa, and they're shooting these farmers down there. And he showed me a guy. He took the picture, shot 9 times. Was laying on a table. He lived. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. No, Amateur Mom, I forget where do you live? I forget where it is you live. My eye doctor. Yeah, I had a brother-in-law die from a 22 bullet. Short. Hit him right in the aorta. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, I'm glad I got this phone. I needed an improvement in some area. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, Puget Sound. Okay. You see the great... You can see those killer whales. You go kayaking out there? Yeah, you're right about that. That's how the mob used to kill people. 22s, believe it or not. Oh, you can't be, don't be killing those snakes, no, Amateur Mom. Read up on them. Snakes are vital to the ecosystem. They're just protecting themselves. That venom isn't for you, it's for them and to eat. Oh, you should do it. I got 2 good kayaks. I'm debating whether to bring them down or not. I don't really like the water down here. It's dungy looking. You can't see. It's just not that fun. No, amateur mom. No, they don't. You need to become consciously aware of their integral role in the environment. No, they don't. You're being over aggressive and irrational. That's right, T-Stel. Yeah, I noticed these animals really went through the food big time when it got cold. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, guys, so I can look something up on my phone if I have to. So I'll be on later, but we'll plan on 10 at night. I'll make a little video and put it up. So, to be honest with you, Chris, you may know this. I never used StreamYard that much. I had it for a couple months before I left. And then I got back on it easier than I thought I would. And I kind of forgot about a lot of the things about it. I know this sounds like a stupid question, but when I can it in StreamYard for like an upcoming chat, I tried to find it as a upcoming chat in my YouTube and it wasn't there. Now that could have something to do with a very weak signal. But the question here is when I can in a chat that's coming up at like 10 o'clock tonight, shouldn't that show up on a chat on YouTube as a chat coming up at 10 o'clock tonight, produced by StreamYard, only on my YouTube notice? Isn't that how it should work? But I don't think I didn't have confidence in that yesterday, so I put up a little 5-minute YouTube video saying that there would be a chat at 10 just in case people didn't see it on YouTube because it was uploaded and set to go off on StreamYard. Mary, do you know the answer to that question? Mary, do you know that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I think it's just because it's such a weak signal. Yeah, because what I used to do is I used to be on StreamYard, and you got to approve those comments, which is a pain in the ass. Like hit the plus button. I'm not watching the YouTube side because if you have 2 browsers open, that's where you get that feedback and that echo. Well, I tried to do that last night because what I do is I'd go on StreamYard, do the chat, and have my phone have my YouTube on. So if I needed to block somebody or something, I could do it on YouTube, not StreamYard, as opposed to just approving or leaving the comment there where people wouldn't see it. And I couldn't do that last night, and I'm not sure why. Oh, you did? Oh, you got a 30-minute notice. Do you happen to remember how you got that? Did you get it through YouTube then? Hey, Ruth. Okay, good. But you see, that's what I was trying not to do. I was hoping that when I canned it in StreamYard, that it would, because it's broadcast through the YouTube, that the YouTube would do that. But I don't have confidence in it, which is why I put up a little YouTube video saying that there's going to be a chat at 10. Hey, Brian. Yeah, it takes forever. Yeah, you're right. No, we've known who you are for a long time. A long time. Oh, you didn't lose it. No, I explained all that. Oh, thank you, Ruth. That's going to get you a long way on this channel talking that way. This is basic human psychology. Right on, T-Snow. Hey, Smashy. Fuck them, man. There's not going to be any issues. They don't decide what goes on here. Oh, that's cool, Ruth. Mary, we're going on at 10 tonight. We're going to party. Got some new people that said they're going to come up to the panel. That's it. All right, if you can, no pressure. There's nothing worse than committing to something that you don't think you're going to be able to make. Yeah, if you remember it, if you forget, it's all good. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yep. Get your string bikini top on. Yeah. Yeah, but they're inside. Yeah. Smashy sent me an email saying that all she wants is a friendship. Well, you're on the wrong channel, Smashy. I'm trying to knock out as much ass as I can before I'm dead. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. You said be careful what you wish for, honesty. That's it. I'm glad you're so supportive of it all. What is this guy doing out in the middle of nowhere? What's he going to do? Back in? Just past 8 spots. Booty floss. Cool. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to sign off here now. I'm going to leave these windows down. Man, when that sun goes down, it's going to be too cold for my Daisy. And I'll be signing on later, but 10 o'clock tonight if I don't. He'll get over it. Just tell him Tom Reed. Yeah, he's still jealous. That's good. You still got control over him. All right, amateur mom. You have a good day today. Say hi to hubby. If he sparks in jealousy, just show him a picture of me. It'll all go away. All right, Smashy. All right, DT. Oh, that's all right. Party time, Linda. Hope you're there. All right, take it easy, guys. See you, Paul. That's good. Oh, that's good, amateur mom. Perfect, my enemy. All right, Tribbles. Yep. See you, Smashy. Yep. 10 o'clock. Bye, Nicole. See you, Mary.